Journalism has traditionally been an extracurricular part of the educational experience, but increasingly, educators are bringing journalism into the classroom as an effective way to address the reading and writing of nonfiction texts. My name is Stephanie Erickson. I'm an English language arts teacher at Blanchester High School in rural Southwest Ohio. As a public school teacher, I continually search for new ways to integrate nonfiction reading and writing into my classroom. The Common Core standards place a heavy emphasis on building nonfiction reading skills across the curriculum. In fact, the Common Core standards indicate that by the end of 8th grade, 50% of texts students encounter across the curriculum should be nonfiction. This ratio between nonfiction and fiction text increases to 70% nonfiction and 30% fiction as students move on to high school. We talked to experts and educators who have already brought journalism into the classrooms as a framework to address these nonfiction reading and writing standards. They shared with us their experiences and the impact on their students.
I think that journalism provides a new opportunity for English language arts to really look at the nonfiction reading and writing as a new way of getting kids really engaged. It really helps them think about what are the important things that I need to communicate to people and how do I best do that. So journalism allows students to really hone those reading and writing skills as well as practice the 21st century skills of great communication, great collaboration, and critical thinking.
The goal of Common Core is to increase information literacy for all students, and I think that's really important because if you're able to understand information, you're better able to make decisions. And I feel like journalism has always offered an opportunity for students to learn about what's going on in the world, and at the same time, what are the elements of the story? Who's telling the story? What are the different points of views? Is one of the points of views highlighted more than others? And what does that mean? So I think that understanding where information is coming from and being in a position to either demand better information or to go out and create it is really a good thing.
Really, journalism has been miles and light years ahead of the Common Core in terms of doing this for years. So I think that in itself points to how important journalism can be. We're already doing nonfiction. We're already connecting students with critical thinking issues. We're already dealing with social areas. When they do a story about money, like we just had a student do a story about the district's finances, okay? They're reading PowerPoints, they're investigating interest rates, they're focusing on millage. They're involved in all these other areas that they're not gonna get just in a regular classroom. They're gonna work across curricular lines. Educating our students in media right now fosters the Common Core better than anything else we could do.
My background is in journalism. It's a wonderful way to introduce nonfiction, both reading and writing. One of the things you want to show students is a model of what good writing looks like. A newspaper story often has the same structure as the type of student writing that you're trying to get students to do. So for instance, a story has a great lead, it has an anecdote at the beginning, it's drawing the reader in, it then has what journalists call a nut graph, which is sort of explaining exactly what they're going to take away from the story, then have supporting evidence, and then what's called a kicker in journalism at the end, which is some sort of exciting detail. That same structure is what we're trying to get students to do, to have something that's catchy at the beginning, a topic sentence, supporting evidence, something that grabs the reader at the end, and you can give them a model from a newspaper. It can be on a story that they're really interested in and excited about, that relates to their lives, and they can have a great model to then do their own writing from.
In my own classroom, I have students explore nonfiction storytelling with the creation of digital video podcasts. This project allows my students to use the writing process for an authentic purpose and then ties in the speaking and listening strand when they present their finished pieces to a diverse audience of invited guests. The results are powerful. Students really invest time and effort into crafting the writing of their stories, and knowing that they will be sharing their finished work publicly with people they know and care about means that they are motivated to produce a high-quality end product. Other educators are also seeing these outcomes in their own classrooms.
I think the biggest piece when it comes to there being a final product whether it's a news broadcast or a magazine or a newsletter, and that students want to look good. They want to appear as if they're capable. Students really take ownership in that. So I think the final product can help you motivate students. It becomes very tangible. So not saying let's do a talk about teamwork. You give them a chance to really see that in a team it takes a little bit of everything. Let them see how it works. If you want to engage your students, if you want to motivate students, then give journalism a try. They're watching TV, they're doing YouTube, they're on Twitter, all that's media. So why not take a stab at using a small piece of it and seeing what the reaction is? It's actually a credible opportunity for young people to learn. And the more we embrace it, they'll embrace it too.
Exploring the multimedia world of journalism with your students is an ideal way to address nonfiction Common Core standards in the classroom. A great place to start is to watch the companion videos that we created specifically for students to introduce them to the ideas and rules of journalism. To learn more, please check out our online resources for teachers so that you and your students can go beyond the front page.